Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to build a script to send email notification once some field is added. So here is the sample. So in this Google Sheet I have some data here. I have a table here. As you can see, we have the data in column A to column G, and in column H and I have the email, send email status. So once I check the checkbox in column H, an email will be sent out. And in this email, I will going to grab the data from this row. So if I click the row 4, the data from row 4 will be added to the email body. So let's try to test this one in row 4. So once I click it, so the script will run, and once the email is sent out, it will give the result for the status for that email in column I. So now the email is sent to my email box. Okay, so let's try to check it in my email box. All right, so this is the email. So it's a test email, and we just use the so the row 4 is ID 3, and we got all this information: ID, part number, description, order number, and quantity, price, and total. Okay, so you also can give some information in this email body here. So this is it. That's it for this little script, and I think it might be very useful for some people who need to use this kind of workflow in your daily work. And so for this idea, you can do almost a lot of other things, not just sending emails. You can do other things. So this is basically an added trigger you can use in AppScript. It's very handy. So if you're interested in this tool, you just can go to File and then make a copy of this file to your Google Drive. Okay, and then you will be able to use it. So I just rename it for YouTube. All right, so let me explain the code to you. So for this new file, I'm going to share it with you guys so you can make a copy of it if you're trying to use it for your project. So basically, you can insert or delete any columns here, just to make sure before the column H. So you have to make sure the column H and column I are the last two columns in your table, and you can add new columns. Okay, you don't need to change script for it, so it is it's customizable table you can use. So you can change the column name, and the script will work dynamically. Okay, so I just got a column H here for comments, and let's go to the script. I'm going to show you. You can to do some modifications so it will suit your project. And so here, basically, we can have two functions here. So the first one is a send email function, and another one to create a HTML table. So as you can see, the email, this is the HTML table here in your email body here. All right, so it is very easy. So for this send email, we have an event. So here, so once, all right. So let's do another thing first. I'd like to explain another thing. So we need to set a trigger here. for this project here, if I didn't set the trigger, this function will not run. Okay, so if I try to check it, it will do nothing. It will not send an email. So you have to go to the trigger. So this button here, it will bring you the trigger project. You can create new triggers here. So since this is a new file, there is no trigger in this project. You click Add Trigger and make sure the function is send email, and make sure the event type is onEdit. So you also have other options here, but now we're using the onEdit function. So every time there is a change on this Google Sheet, this function, this send email function will be executed. Okay, loading data. So let's just wait. So since we never run this script, so it's the first time we need to do this authorization step here. Alright, so in this project I'm going to use the Gmail API and the Google Sheet API. Alright. Okay, so now the trigger is created. So make sure this is on edit event and the function is send email. Now we can try to test. So let's try this one. Try the last one, okay. Alright, so the email was sent out. So for the ID 6, let's check it in my email box. So this is the one. Yes. So this is the one. So ID 6 and the columns we added for the comment, right? So this is dynamic. So you can totally customize this table to fit your business. So you can add more rows in this table. Okay. So basically that's it for the functionality. So you can edit this sheet as you want. And I'd like to explain this code to you. Just a very few lines of code here. So once there is an event, there is on edit event is triggered in your spreadsheet. So this function will run. So this send email function, we have an event here, variable e here is an event. So this event has a range object. So it will represent which cell is added. So for this one, if I clicked on this field, so the range will going to be the I5 cell I5. So here current value is false, right? If I click it, so if this checkbox is checked, its value will be true. So we're gonna have old value. So and make the old value to lowercase, and we also have a new value here. So the new value also transfer it to lowercase. So we need to check if the value, so the old value is false and the new value is true. Then we're going to send an email, right? So if there is other change, we're going to do nothing. Only if the value was changed from false to true. So that means that the checkbox is checked. So once the checkbox is checked, we need to get the sheet. So this is a worksheet, so a spreadsheet, and then we're going to get the row number of the row we added. And for the data here is the data in this worksheet. So that this data we are going to be all the whole table. Okay, so and the row data. So the data 0 represents the header. So it basically this header is data 0, and the data row -1 that present the row you clicked. Okay, so since the array start from 0, so you need to remember to -1 to get the correct row data here. So we here have another table with the header and the row data in it. So we also try to use this raw data to create a HTML table. So, and let me explain this create HTML table function here. So basically we have one header and one row data in this row data. Okay, so here we need to create a table here. So the table, I hope you know some HTML, basic HTML and CSS. So here we're using HTML and CSS, inline CSS. Okay, so this is the table start, and for each items in this row data, we're going to add a table row. All right, so for this tag is table row tag, and for each item in this row, we're going to have the table data here. So it's like the column data here. And for the table data, we're going to have a style like a border and a padding. So it will looks like you have a border for this table, and you're going to have some paddings. So it looks better. So you can add your styles here, and finally add the data here. So this is a two-dimensional array. So this I will represent the row and J represents the columns. All right. So you get the data. So finally you have this table HTML. All right. So now we can send the email. So here you can change the email address for the receipt. You want to send the email to anybody, just add the email address here. So if you have more email addresses, you can also add it here and separate them with a semicolon or comma. Okay. So so you can change the email address here, and for the subject, you also can change the subject here. And for the HTML body, so this is the email body you're going to use in the email. So here you can see I have H3 header. So this is a test email. So here we present this header, H3 header here, and you can. And the next one is the table. So you have the table here in your email body. And at the last, I have a paragraph, so you can add more things in your HTML body. So it's totally customizable if you know some HTML knowledge. Okay, so this is options. So we use the options to add this HTML body to this option parameter, and here is the result for the last column J. So email send or not. So basically, let's first set it as blank. So we try to send the email, and if there is not, if the email is sent out successfully, I'm going to set this is email send to send. And if we catch an error, I'm going to set the email send to this error message. So at last, we're going to update the field in the last column here. Okay, set the values, all right, to this is email sent. So basically that's it for just a few lines of code. So for this project, it's a very simple project, but you can do it much more complicated project for this kind of workflow. And okay, so I think that's it for today's video. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave it in my YouTube video. And I'll see you next time. So bye-bye.